done? King Neptune says, the thrum of the tattoo pen abruptly stopping. Show me. The employee angles the mirror to give the god a view of his finished work. The king is so moved, his breath leaves his body. The tattoos are absolutely perfect, just as he'd always dreamed, simple yet elegant. But before he can bask in the achievement any further, he is in pain again. There is nothing sweet about this pain. King Neptune can feel the skin shriveling up on either side of his neck, bunching and stretching just as he'd watched the skin of the Giulio brothers do a lifetime ago. The searing pain brings to the surface of his mind everything that happened after he first watched those tattoos come to life. He shrieked in joy, making his presence known to the sideshow performers, including their ringleader, Isaac King. Since the ritual they were in the midst of was meant to be a secret one, they were not happy to see him. He ran. The performers chased. In the hubbub, he accidentally knocked over a torch that set fire to the sideshow's curtains, along with his left hand, and burned the entire warehouse to the ground. King Neptune hears himself scream. The pain of the memory is indistinguishable from the blinding agony of the tattooed skin continuing to bunch itself up on his neck. He tries to redirect his brain, to remember that he is finally completing his transformation into the god he was always meant to be, the god whose likeness he would sit in his bedroom and draw over and over again, thinking, if only I had King Neptune's power, then Dad couldn't push me around anymore. His parents had been angry, so angry, after learning their son had snuck out to the Coney Island sideshow and then burned it down. No amount of apology or explanation on his part seemed to make a difference, not to his father anyway. And he didn't know that he was King Neptune back then. That wouldn't be revealed to him until some years later, so when his father shouted at him, or cursed him out, or smacked him, there was little else the boy could do but run. He left home at age 15, and he's been searching for a new one ever since. Now, some 70 years later, King Neptune grips his gold trident and lets out a primal scream that crescendos into 2 giant pop sounds, which reverberate off the marble floors. There is the feeling of release, and the fiery stabbing in the king's neck dissipates into nothing. For a moment, he is panicked that the tattoos have leapt off his body to become independent creatures. There is no need to worry, though, for as he takes a deep breath, he can feel that his calculations were correct. Not only can the magical ink bring illustrated monsters to life, it can turn a being into a monster. Or, in this case, allow a god of the sea to more fully become himself. Mirror! The king commands the shocked employee, who again holds it up, this time with trembling hands. And there they are. Gills. Open, fleshy, gloriously real gills. King Neptune practically bounces off his throne, yelping with glee as he jogs toward the only spherical tank in the room, this one free of sea life. It's his breathing tank, used for years to strengthen his lung capacity and extend his time underwater. He recently hit 3 minutes and 12 seconds, but that record is about to seem laughable. The king climbs the 10-foot ladder quite quickly, considering his physical body is that of an 87-year-old man, and steps into the tank, toga and all. He lowers himself down into the water. At first, instinct takes over, and he can't help but hold his breath. You no longer need to do that, he reminds himself. He opens his mouth, lets the water flow in. It immediately feels like a mistake. His lungs fill, his head spins, that terrible, crushing feeling.